don't know if I properly went over my new C-Dory to me. It's a 2000 and pretty excited. It's in good shape, great shape. Needs a wax job. The electronics on it are dated, usable. I'm going to change that out. Trailer's in great shape. We'll go inside here. Got the dinette down in the bed position. My dog was playing on it. I'm in the middle of doing a simple mod right now. These are the 12-volt lights. Again, they're from 2000 that came, and they were up. It was up here. And you turn them on and there's barely any light. These are fairly cheap. I used them in my camper. You can get a pack of 10, I think, for like 50 bucks. And we're gonna, here in a little bit, let's see, cabin lights. You can see and I'm gonna replace this one here in a minute. That's the difference. They call that a reading light. And then also, I'm going to start working on mounting a Minn Kota Ulterra trolling motor on this rig. But it's in great shape. Super excited to have it. I'm going to switch out the electronics. I'll keep the Funar radar. I had a boat with this similar one. Even though it's dated, I know how to use it, and they do work. The GPS, this is still a pretty decent GPS unit, but I'm going to change it out to Garmin with my fish finders. It's got a wall of stove, diesel stove, twin 40s. Pretty excited. Open up this hatch. Get a little air moving. Start working on this light. Good. Okay. A lot of people probably think that's crazy, but she's my partner. She loves the water. Oh, baby. Want to put a light in? Huh? What's in there? What's in there? Come on. These were actually real nice lights during their time, but to replace them with these brighter LED lights, save on battery and better lighting. Pretty simple, just two screws holding it together. Loosen this wiring. We'll have to put I'll put a little notch in here so the wiring will go behind that. These lights don't have a polarity, so it doesn't matter what color goes to what color. see I put a little notch in right there with my knife, and that way the light will sit flush. I'm going to use some connectors to get these up, and there's voids in the back, so everything will sit flush up there. Let's get it done. You do not want to use these screws that came with these lights. It's cheap Chinese stuff and they snap. Even in this fiberglass, which you have to pre-drill because it is rock hard, but don't use these. I said this wall's very thin. I use the same screws with about a 3/16 pilot hole and 2, just like the other fisher will do it. There's it's on here super secure, it's flush to the wall. Here we have it. 1 lamp, 2 lamp. Big difference in here. Time to get working on the trolling motor. I'm also going through and snugging up all of the bolts, and you can see that years and years. Need to probably get a wrench to back that, but a lot of them are loose. That one's snugged up nice. And do them all. Looking super forward to getting this thing out, getting it rigged the way I like it. That might take a while, but I want to definitely get the trolling motor on there and my Garmin GPSs and fish finders. And then I'll be able to at least get out and get going. Look in the camera. Hey. Okay, I did a mock-up on my what I think is going to be my trolling motor mount for my Ulterra on the C-Dory, and I think I'm gonna, this isn't the right material. Like I said, it's a mock-up. It's gonna be 12" by 1/4", but I think I'm gonna go across the bow, the whole bow, because it fits really well right there. But when I go across the whole bow with 12" material, I'll be able to go where I'm going to install a windlass too. That'll give that extra backing, plus any other accessories I want to mount up. But that's what we're looking at tentatively. Again, it's a mock-up. Today we're going to get this old Fruno fish finder off, and I'm going to replace it with a Garmin, I believe it's a 50. So what I'm going to do on the C-Dory today is try to get the old Fruno fish finder transducer off, and I'm going to re-rig it with a, this is a Garmin GT54 UHD, I believe. I've got a couple of them, so I'm going to get that rigged up on here. But what I'm going to try to do is, so I've already got this loose. That was in there, of course, like that. So that's off. And I'm going to try to use the bracket that came with the GT54. That's this one right here. I really don't want to put holes in it. It's no big deal. What I like to do is mounting pads on them. So I might do that. However, it looks like if I can get that to go in there, it matches up with the bottom of the boat pretty good, like it's supposed to. So I'm going to see if I can modify that to work. So I took off the existing mounting bracket, got all that cleaned up, and digging through my stuff, it's kind of crazy. the newer package for the transducer T54 is all plastic, and I wondered why, because everything else I have is metal. And here's to another one. So I'm going to use that, and I drilled out this hole and this hole. That'll match up perfect with the existing pad, and the height should be really good for the transducer. So I'll get the transducer mounted on here and get it put on the pad, and we're good to go. Okay, so there we have it. I got to replace this one screw. It got super tight on me going back in, and because of the age I don't want to twist it, so I'm going to replace that. I got some 5200 coming that I'm going to do the screws with, and it's sitting about right with the bottom of the hole. Looks about perfect. So finished getting it ran up to the cabin. And what a beautiful day for, I believe, November 15th. It's 80 degrees out here in northeast New Mexico. Anyhow, keep plugging along.